have in mind, I think they have a pretty good shot at taking this game away from Power Rangers.
Yeah, the big thing is they have a great game plan this game, and unlike last game, where they had a pretty okay game plan, which was split push, extend the game out, they have a game plan where they're in control of the early game, right? They have an aggressive tri-lane, so they control the early portion of the game, and in the mid-game, they're pushing and team fighting. So yeah, I like this.
Yeah, let's take a look at who's playing what. As Power Rangers for this game will be on the Dire side. We've got Scandal on the Storm Spirit this game. Will be in the middle lane. On the safe lane, it is Moon playing the Ember Spirit. We've got ourselves FNG playing his Visage. And that will leave the Shadow Shaman played by J4, Mad Bomber, his other nick. And on the bottom lane, it is Cheshire Cat. Batrider for him, as we've seen him play that often before. I'm curious to see what Shadow Shaman is actually gonna do here. If he's just here for the rune, which doesn't seem to be the case because he's gonna be too late.
I guess they're trying to dual lane to shut down Edco, but this means their safe lane is incredibly vulnerable. Moon is going to be crazy vulnerable to this sort of tri-lane. It can shut him down very, very easily here. He's going to have to do a lot of careful work. I love what Cheshire Cat is doing. He dropped his boots by the tower that he picked up, just so he could block slightly easier, and he's now going to pick them back up again. The creeps are so slow on the offlane now that actually having boots makes your block worse. But yeah, maybe they're just going to try and first blood him there and then rotate the Shadow Shaman around. That would be a sensible option, and they probably can do it as well, as long as Cheshire Cat gets a couple of sticky napalm charges off. But yeah, on the side of Total Aggression here, they do have an aggressive tri-lane. It's led by Buakar again on his Mirana here. The supports for the team, it's Kircho and FMP. They're going to be on the Venomancer as well as the Nyx Assassin. In the mid lane, it's going to be Phalix going up against Scandal again. This time he's on Death Prophet. And now in the bottom lane, Edco. He's on this solo safe lane Invoker, and he's going to be gone on in a few seconds, I think.
Yeah, you say a safe lane, but he's not looking extra safe.
He's not looking safe right now. He's going to die. He's got 5 stacks of napalm. 6 stacks now. Yeah, he's going to die.
J4 is going to be very...
Why is J4 not going in?
Because the creep wave is so far away. I really think they could have killed him, I think.
Maybe they're waiting for level 2 on the Batrider. That's the only thing I can imagine they were doing, but Edco would have been so slow then. Even with the creep wave around him and cold snapping one of them, he's so slow.
And he would have had more stacks being put up on him as well.
Yeah, exactly. They could have maybe even got to 10 stacks, which is ridiculous. You never see 10 stacks going on anybody.
Well, we're going to see
go now, though.
Yeah, here comes the Shackle. Where's the Shackle? There it is. Firefly as well. Cheshire Cat's here. 4 stacks. He's still going to try to run for it. He has got 7 stick charges. He is still dead, though. Very dead. First blood. Cheshire Cat takes it. I think it could have been a bit earlier, but nonetheless, it is a kill, secure, and it is a good start of the game for Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's a good start for Power Rangers, but they're going to need to move this Shadow Shaman soon, because there's no way this dual lane here can do anything. Moon, though, they're trying to go on FMP here, but they've already missed the Searing Chains.
Yeah. Oh, they might actually do this because that Soul Assumption hurt quite a bit. Nice Gale! Nicer Arrow! And FNG might be picked up here. 1 Star Storm. He doesn't pick it up. He didn't have the levels. Doesn't matter. He now has a Star Storm, though. He can leap and get a double star if he wants to. There he goes. Whereas that Star Storm, he actually didn't send it straight away, which would actually... That might have just cost him the kill if he just pressed Q. Right when he leaped. Why didn't he do that?
Yeah, I guess maybe he tried to and his animation got cancelled. He would have had a double Starstorm though. Like you said, that's a free kill there. They do just about miss it. Maybe the damage wouldn't have been enough because it is only level 1 Starstorm, but either way, it's still 2 kills for the side of Total Aggression in this lane, and I can only imagine it's going to keep on going that way. And Nyx Assassin, he's just going to go around the back again. J4, he's going to keep on trying to shut down Edco here, but Edco, he's already up to level 4. He has more defensive spells available to him. He's probably going to die a 3rd time, though.
Yep.
Or 2nd time.
The Shackle now level 2 as well. He's not going to be able to run from this. He's not even going to use his stick charges because he knew he was dead. By the way, while that kill top was going on, Fails actually got the Storm Spirit. So that happened.
Impressive kill, then. If you can get a kill on Scandal in the lane, I'm impressed with you. Even if it is on a Death Prophet, which is a nice matchup for Storm early, because you just have so much harass potential, and Storm doesn't take harass particularly well. He does have nice armor, but his HP pool is pretty limited.
Yeah, he's now going to be forced to use his salve. He has got a bottle though, so he should be a bit safer from this point onward. In the meantime,
PR are focusing on Edco hard.
Yeah, there's a couple of people standing in the jungle waiting to take him down. Tornado will actually put Cheshire Cat up. Oh, Edco Go back! Back to your tower! Oh, longest range shackle ever. Maybe he can still make it out though. 10,
he's gonna be okay.
He's gonna turn around.
TP's coming in.
Still gonna get slowed though by FNG, who's gonna get impaled, EMP'd as well, but it's okay for both teams. Nobody is gonna die today, and perhaps a bit of a rotation coming in. I mean, FNG is sticking around, but the Shadow Shaman, now turns around as well. Just Cheshire Cat, who's going to be moving away from the lane as Death Prophet gets picked up in the middle lane. Scandal making it happen. Solo kill for him. Has his level 6 now as well with that kill, and yeah, solid for him, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, both these solo mids right now just... I mean, we saw it earlier, they both play pretty aggressively on each other. They're basically trading kills at this point. The thing for me is PR, they're putting a lot to try and shut down Edco on this bottom lane. He isn't getting much farm. That's definitely true. He wants to try and get his early phase boots.
Look at J4 positioning.
Yeah, J4, he's positioned here. They don't have the Batrider though. Where is that Batrider? He's in the base for the moment.
Teleport him back.
Edco needs to be careful. He doesn't have his support near him anymore. He's actually pulling. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, oh, he is so dead. Actually, level 6 for Cheshire Cat, just to make sure Lasso is used. That's gonna be... Like, there's 4 kills on the side of Power Rangers. 3 of those are on the Invoker. That must feel pretty bad.
Yeah, they're just focusing down the Invoker at the moment, and TotalAggression, they need to try and make their worth out of this. They have their worth out of this. Oh, I can't speak for a moment then.
Oh,
they need to try and kill Moon on the top lane. That's the crucial thing here, because Moon, he's getting okay levels here. He's not getting good farm, not at all. But he's not getting bad levels here, and if your Invoker is dying repeatedly, you need to be killing off this this Ember Spirit, at least to try and get something. Because the thing for me now is Burkar, he is not getting anywhere near the same amount of farm or levels that Batrider is getting. Batrider's going to have a very fast blink at this rate.
And the thing is also, I mean, yeah, okay, Moon is not getting any farm, but if he gets levels, with levels will come farm. He'll farm faster with higher levels, so he's going to be okay. And that's one thing that Invoker... Actually, I have to say, I am surprised that Invoker is actually slightly higher level than Moon, as we have got Kirsho maybe rotating around. The arrow will miss, though, so no follow-up Gale, as the Gale... Well,
great Gale. Good job, Kirsho.
That could have been me.
Well played, well played, well played.
Yeah.
You just have to spam that at him now.
But he's sad that I got that on camera.
He's probably a little bit sad about it, but they'll get over it if they win the game. I think that's the objective.
Scandal
really.
Teleporting top, and the moment that he does that, fails, realizes that he's needed. He's gonna try to help out. Scandal already going up on Kershaw. Arrow will still hit. A Gale comes out as well, but Kershaw's still dead. 3-man silence. There's not enough mana on Fails to go for his ultimate. No exorcism. He does have 2 bottle charges though, as the Mad Bomber will still go down, so J4 dropped. So 1 for 1, support for support. A lot of rotations coming out for both teams. And in the end, I'm actually thinking perhaps Fails wants to stick around and just try to take the tower or something, because I'm not sure if his rotation would have been worth it otherwise. And it is actually FNG who's already back in mid lane to try and get some experience. Oh, now Kershaw as well, so supports gaining some extra levels on the mid lane. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and PR, they're not making as good a use of that space that's created from that little fight there. Edco is free farming on the bottom lane in the meantime, and the Batrider, he's not dealing with anybody. He's had to go back to base, but he has picked up his Blink Dagger already. This is 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. This is a crazy fast Blink Dagger for him.
Yeah, smoke put up by a TotalAggression, but they smoked right onto Observer Ward from the Dire team, so that was a bit of a fail.
Rubbish.
And, yes, and Mirana goes down. Actually, that was the first... I should have been there. First Blink Dagger attempt. Well, I say attempt. First Blink Dagger kill for Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, and he will have to wait for a little bit, but he can farm up in the meantime, because there's level 1 Flaming Lasso. It's got a fairly long cooldown on, but... Yeah, he's already got one good rotation there, and it looks like they're going to go on Edco again here. Surprise. I like TR's movement about the map, but TA, they're not quite getting enough.
Vortex as well, in comes the slow. J4 might not even be needed, but he comes out with the Hex and actually ends up taking the kill. We might have... No, we might not have anything. Scandal is kind of burned out of mana. I mean, the EMP still hit, but nobody to follow up on that one. I guess apart from FMP, but he was kind of low on mana as well, and on top of that, he's only level 5.
Yeah, at the very least, Edco, he manages to force the Storm Spirit to go back to base, but this Storm Spirit, notably for himself, he's not as farmed as the Death Prophet though, despite having slightly won the last hits. I guess he's just have to go back to base more often, and he has got the Death as well.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, so far, with Shadow Shaman sitting at at level 6. With FNG sitting at level 6, who has spawned his burst. They're actually in the mid lane, helping push in the middle. They can push on bottom. And it looks like even though they don't have necessarily a very push-heavy lineup, it looks like they already want to try to pressure some towers, which is of course great for them, because overall TotalAggression is the one with the better push. So if they can at least make sure that they trade evenly and that they push a bit for themselves as well without totally neglecting it, that can make a big difference for them, as FMP is oh, he thinks he's so safe. Wants to try and get some levels here on the bottom lane, but everybody is coming to take him down.
Yeah, I mean, everybody is always going to this bottom lane to kill people, whether it's Edco or anybody else. On the top lane here, it looks like Bukar, he started a fight versus Moon here, but he's not able to win that fight. And with Cheshire Cat coming in as well, he does go down. Bukar actually tried to start that fight. He arrowed Moon and then went in on him, but Flame Guard means that the Starfall does basically nothing.
Looks like the Nyx Assassin thought it was safe to leave the tower range because too many people missing from the map. We've got a bit of a pressure here on the mid lane. Exorcism is up again if Death Prophet wants to use it. Cold Snap coming out for Cheshire Cat. His blink is going to be off cooldown in a second. Oh, the EMP proccing at just the right time. Cheshire Cat silenced up. Tries to buy items before he dies, and dies then also, of course, as well. Venomancer with the gold for that one. Nice for him. He's quite rich, actually.
Yeah, and this is the start of how TotalAggression want to do things. They want to force PR to try and fight them. At the very least, PR, they do get a counter tower at the same time, but they have the Death Prophet. She's going to be able to push towers a lot more often, and a lot faster than the Shadow Shaman can do, and the Shadow Shaman's the only push for their team. They don't have much in the way of team fight to back it up, and they have, I mean, their big hero who can do AoE damage over the team fight is the Ember Spirit, and he's very underfarmed at this point. Whereas they have like Edco, he doesn't need quite as much farm to do as much damage.
He needs levels. That's his main thing.
Yeah, he needs levels. Both of them do, but
he's a bit behind,
he doesn't need as much. And look at this, they just go to top again. They're going to take this out quickly. They don't even use the Exorcism. They might even just go for a tier 2.
Yeah, with the Exorcism still aligned, they will force Power Rangers back. Power Rangers won't have the wards from the Shadow Shaman for another 40 seconds. And Storm and Bet are kind of the only ones that can actually fight. But if Bet jumps in theory, if FMP is fast enough, he can get an Impale off. And there's, of course, I mean, there's tornadoes and EMPs, so they probably feel like they can take it. And with the Exorcism on, like, do you really want to initiate on that? There is a smoke.
Well, luckily it's only level 1 in Exorcism, so it's not doing quite as much damage. I mean, level 2 basically triples the damage on it. It goes from pretty scary to absolutely ridiculous, but yeah, I mean, they're still going to get the free tier 2 from this. They do take out the tier 1 in the meantime, PR, but I don't see TotalAggression stopping.
Well, they are not able to kill off Cheshire Cat, even though they tried. It was pretty close, though. In the meantime, in the mid lane, Power Rangers doing the same thing, but then on the tier 2 bot middle. There are some teleports coming in to try and stop this from happening, but the tower is already dead. I was scared there for a second that it would turn into a bit of a base race at 12 minutes into the game.
That would have been a crazy fast base race and a really bad decision for PR, because the thing about PR's push, they drop down the wards on one tower, that's great, they'll get that tower, but that's wards down for 110 seconds. Death Prophet's Exorcism, it follows her around, and you can use it slightly more often, basically. Its uptime is higher, basically.
Well, with now 3 towers down on both sides, am I right? Yeah, I'm right. I mean...
Oh, Bukar wants to go in mid lane. He's going to go on Bukar. Sorry, Cheshire Cat's going to go on Bukar here. This is a very easy one.
Bukar is just happily farming, or he was anyway, until he died. Soul Assumption will clean him out, or not, or the fire will. I thought for a second there he might have lived, but the fire coming out from Cheshire Cat, who almost finishes up his 4-staff, by the way. He has got his 4-staff finished, actually. It's pretty scary. Power Rangers, it's 4-9. I mean, if we compare this to the first game, the number of kills are not half as high as that first game, but
this is a game all about towers, I think.
Yes, it is all about map objectives and initiation, as the tornado does not hit on Scandal. The Cold Snap does, but he is still able to get away from that EMP. That's a failed smoke.
Yeah, I mean, if they'd hit the tornado then, they would have been able to follow up immediately with the silence, and that would have been a dead Scandal, but if the tornado doesn't quite hit, and it is hard to hit at longer ranges, it's not like they were really far away there, but Scandal can see it coming, so yeah, they don't get the tornado up on him there, but Well, looks like they're going to go and fail. It's up on the top lane. Moon doesn't have too much in the way of damage, but he does have the maxed out Flame Guard.
Yeah, in comes the Hex, the Ward, the arrow still comes out upon Moon, but there's not enough damage and Failed will die. And I have to say, I'm kind of getting scared for Total Aggression. I just checked the graph as well. It's only in favor of Power Rangers. It might be not that much, but the way this is going, it's not going to get any better for Total Aggression. And what are they going to do to try and get back in this game, because it feels like it's slipping away from them?
It is slipping away slowly, but the big thing they need is they need their mech.
Oh, FMP.
Then they can push these towers easier.
Has to go away again. J4 not gonna get that kill. It's Venomancer that dies in the meantime in the middle lane as Edko running for his life right now. Drum charge being used as well. The shackle, just enough mana for that one, and that's gonna give Moon another kill. Killing spree now for the shut down Ember Spirit, who now has phase, drums, and is sitting on a score of 302.
Yeah, completely shut down in the laning stage, and then he was just given a little bit of time, and now he picks off a few kills with a little bit of help. And yeah, this is dangerous for Total Aggression. At first things look good for them, but they keep on just giving away small sloppy kills here and you know, all over the map, really. Just every now and again somebody gets picked off. And the fact is that even though PR are probably going to, you know, they're going to scale better with farm this game, I would let them farm at this stage, just so you can get farm on yourself. You can finish the core items. Death Prophet can finish her, she'd be able to finish her Atos. They can get the mech up on the Venomancer, and then they're very capable of winning a team fight versus PR and pushing faster.
Yeah.
So I think that's the way to do it. Play it safe for the moment, but right now, the thing that's stopping them is this ward vision on the side of PR is very aggressively up on them. And can they have the double warding in the mid? One just times out. But yeah, they have wards up that are giving PR opportunities to see who's out on their own and then just jump on them every single time.
Yeah, and on top of that, I mean, you're talking about jumping on someone, which would of course be Batrider's job, who now also has a gem, so he can also jump on Nyx Assassin. But Shadow Shaman can jump on people now too, as he finished his blink as well. And yeah, Total Aggression probably has to play passive, and they might have known that, but it's just it's not going to be allowed.
FMP bottom lane, he's been gone on by Scandal here. Scandal's used up most of his mana, but they don't have any stuns left.
Did he just got gone upon 3-on-1 and got away with a kill under his belt?
No, FMP just walked into the trees and found him, and then Storm Spirit killed him off, and they missed the arrow, I think, so they just didn't have any stuns to stop him from TPing out, and he's actually going for a straight BKB this game. I think this is a sensible choice. It'll deal with Failits that well. Yes, you don't want to have to go for straight BKB on Storm Spirit, but it makes the most sense in this situation, and it's not like he's been shut down that badly, so he's still okay.
We've got a smoke up for Power Rangers. They want to try and take down something here on the bottom lane. The zip forward from Scandal's already there. They want to try and take down Marana. Moonlight Shadow not keeping him safe with the gem on the Batrider. And that is Marana picked up. Next to that, the Courier happens to be around there as well, and actually was carrying the Yasha for Buka as well. So that will be a bit delayed for himself.
Ooh, Failits almost gets caught out by J4 there as he blinks forward very aggressively in the enemy jungle, pretty much on his own. But he could have maybe had some help from Moon as well as Scandal. And yeah, I mean, I'll say it again. The big problem for Total Aggression is they're giving away too many kills at this point. It's okay to be a little bit behind on kills. The part where they're about 4 to 8 was fine. But now people just get picked off all over the map. And there goes Nyx Assassin again.
Yeah, actually wards used for that one, which is, you know, it's still a support Nyx Assassin. So it's quite an investment to use that on him. But it just shows how comfortable they are, that they don't need to push anytime soon. They are doing okay. The regen rune now taken by J4. Fills up the bottle for Cheshire Cat while he does so.
Yeah.
And they are going to be able to find some people. They jump
PR
up the high ground. They grab someone. The tornado is there first though. Poison Nova, because of the tornado, does not hit on Cheshire Cat. Shackle on the Venomancer, who will not go down, apparently. It's the Batrider that goes down. Nyx Assassin getting some revenge. The Vendetta still hits, but it was there was no disable, so the Shadow Shaman gets away. I am quite surprised that nobody dies on Total Aggression. I really thought that the Batrider was able to at least kill off the Veno.
I'm surprised that they sent Edko back here, because that could have been an opportunity to even just pressure the high ground. At this point, the thing that you have to remember is that you don't have to be on the high ground. their Total Aggression, they pop off the Exorcism, they right-click on the tower, and suddenly all those spirits are going to burn down that tower. Instead, they're going to try and attack on one side, defend on the other. It's not going well, but they do manage to get Edco out of there, but now they can't kill this high ground. Well, they're going for it, but Moon and Scandal are probably going to TP up here soon. Yeah, they're TPing in.
Jackal failed. His Exorcism is going to go away fairly soon because he dies. Marana picked up as well. They look for FMP. He does not have a Vendetta. And the drum charge is being used. They really want to. And Blink is up in 7 seconds. FMP, he does not have a teleport. Pops the Spike Carapace, but it doesn't matter. There goes the Vendetta. Blink forward just too late. Sentry goes down, but it's too late to catch out FMP. And the Batrider is too far behind to actually... Where is that gem anyways? Oh, Batrider died, of course. Now Visit has the gem.
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably switch it over to the Batrider again. Yeah, they do put it back on the Batrider. For me, the big problem here is that Total Aggression, they're worrying too much about defending their own towers. They dropped 2 people off to go and defend the tower on the bottom. Yeah, sure, Venomancer, he needed to go back to base. He'd taken a lot of damage and ran out of mana. But again, Edco's going to be gone on here. They're split up too much. They're just split up too much. They need to just group up. They're so much stronger than PR in a 5v5 engagement, as long as they can actually just, you know, go for that. But they keep on having, you know, 3v3s or 2v3s or 2v2s and or just small ganks by PR. And PR, I mean, look at their heroes. They have Storm Spirit, Ember Spirit, Batrider. They have a pick-off lineup. They have a gank lineup. Don't split up versus a pick-off lineup.
It's very simple. I kind of feel like Total Aggression is kind of stuck with that Invoker because, I mean, they picked it up first, right? It felt like they were denying it to Power Rangers rather than wanting it really themselves. And now Edco is stuck playing an Invoker, and you can tell that he is just way too cocky to play that. He is walking around like he's an axe.
Yeah, he's just up too far, and he's not with his team. I really do feel like the big problem is they're just not 5-manning. They do have their mech finished on the Venomancer as well. So, I mean, just go for it at this point, because the way this game is going, it can only go PR's way if it keeps on going the same way. So, you know, change it up. Total Aggression, they need to put the pressure on them, and, well, they're trying to go on Moon here, but yeah, he's got remnants, and he's well out of there.
That Tornado will miss, and FMP is actually walking in the wrong direction. Perhaps he'll try to cut him off. As Moon is actually planning of... Oh, they can wait for him right here. You can see the remnant. Did not know they didn't see the remnant? Because he's going to be back there to farm. And they can wait up... Yeah, there he is. They can wait him up, but they're not going to try. They're going to actually defend because the lanes are pressured and pushing in, and they don't want to lose any tier 3 towers.
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem. They went for the kill then, when it probably should have just been pushing the lane. Yeah, it was good to try and force Moon to go back to base. That was great and all. But it took so long because they were trying to just run after him and try and get the kill on him that they were probably pretty unlikely to get. Moon is ultra mobile and they just don't have the lockdown at them at this point to get him. They should have just said, okay, we force Moon back to base. Let's just run at them high ground. Let's just go for it. We have level 2 Exorcism. We have maxed out Witchcraft. It's a good chance for them, but Scandal here, he's got sight over them because he's got the static remnant down there. Do give flying vision.
That's one dead cat lady. Nice lasso gank.
Every time they lose one person, Total Aggression basically just can't fight.
Yeah. They're
getting dismantled by PR. That's what it feels like. Do you know what I mean? Like they're getting pulled apart in every direction.
Yeah.
And now Roshan is going to go the way of FNG, who's soloing it up with his Visage Birds here. He might even die to Roche, but that was pretty close. If he got hit again by Roche then and bashed, he would have died.
Yeah, he would have died. Ooh, Giant Chicken coming right up. That's going to be Roshan dead. That's going to be Aegis going the way of possibly FNG.
I think it would go J4 actually.
They do get Scandal though on the bottom lane. They managed to pick him off, which is a pretty good kill to have.
That's a big kill, but now Moon is going to go on Phalix on the top lane here. It looks like he wants to, but actually no, he's waited it out and Flame Guard's ran out now. Oh, he's found Kircho though.
Yeah, it takes a poison
they have
over.
The mech. They're going to turn this around.
He can't go anywhere. Lincoln's is already popped, and actually he's going to turn it around. Hello, Cheshire Cat. Down goes Veno. Down goes Fails, but Moon will get picked up as well. And actually Fails managed to live for the moment. Cheshire Cat doesn't want to try and take the rest of the kill, and that's, I guess, the danger of fighting next to an enemy tier 1 tower. They're not backing up completely,
mech as well. The mech was what turned it around a lot for Phalix there.
Oh, Edco, that gem had totally wrecked him. That's going to be one dead Invoker. Cold Snap doesn't do anything anymore. We might still have a dead Shadow Shaman though, but he gets forced out into safety. Now Fail's completely out of mana, Burka out of mana, and that's gonna be tier 1 tower, I'd like to say, but so far the lane is not pressured in. I mean, they keep having these skirmishes who are always going to be favorable for Power Rangers purely because of their lineup, and it just feels like Total Aggression, they had this plan, or they have this plan, and they keep being forced into Power Rangers' plan rather than to following their own plan.
Yeah, that's exactly it. The momentum of the game is being controlled by Power Rangers. Power Rangers, they're never grouping up, and that's a good thing for them because they're so much weaker than the side of Total Aggression when they're grouped up. They don't have a mech on their team. They do have the Aghanims and the Aegis on the Visage, but he still doesn't want a team fight. They still don't want a team fight, and that's with a 27 or 21-7 kill advantage going their way. They're still afraid of team fighting Total Aggression, but Total Aggression, they're just falling further and further behind. Eventually, it's going to get to a point where they're going to lose these fights, and Edco on the top lane, if they can get a pick off on these two, then hopefully, finally, Total Aggression can try and push up, but
yeah, Arrow will
it's
fly
going to be
in,
difficult.
Hits upon Moon. Is there going to be a follow-up? In comes Edco, goes for FNG first, EMP will burn Moon, and he is going to Flame Guard, try to run, can't make it though. Death Prophet still picked up by the Bat Rider on the bottom lane, but the top lane should be Total Aggression's, or is it? No, it's not. Not for now. Marana dies, Venno dies, and Edco is left to his devices, running for his life. Tier 1 tower will drop. They might have gotten Moon, but FNG is such a beast at this point, and I mean, he still had an Aegis as well, so even if they would have gotten him, he would have been alive in no time, as Edco is actually not backing off for the moment. He's gonna try to have maybe a bit of an Aegis burn still. He is gonna get that Aegis. Nice for him, but he might pay for that with his life. FMP coming in to try and help Edco out. Spike Carapace, oh, still dead though. Visage with the kill. I mean, those birds are just hurting. Edco is going to be gone upon now. Slowed down. Soul Assumption coming his way, but that's only a 0 stack Soul Assumption. Not getting the kill in the end. It's 1 for 1 again on the top lane. With, of course, still a tower going down. And perhaps, is it actually the end? I don't think so. Or is it Poison Nova coming out? Still Soul Assumptions coming out as well. FNG, he is not afraid to fight up against two. He has proven that right now. He has, of course, got the Gravekeeper's Cloak as well. Able to deal with a lot of magical damage coming his way. Will still get picked up in the end, but he got Edco, and he's creating so much space for his team. It's just, like, how long was he standing there for? How many people came his way to try and take him down? Everybody.
And the big problem is, they came in separately. They came in 1s or 2s, and that's not how TA should be fighting this. Again, they went for that fight on the top lane. I thought it was going to be a great fight for them. They initiate up on the Visage, as well as the Ember Spirit, but Phalix was off on the bottom lane. He got picked off. The Nyx Assassin was around mid, I think, and they need to take these fights as a team. They're just not taking these fights as a team, and even when it looked like they were going to start dictating the pace, again, they just... Total Aggression, I almost feel like it's just their almost amateur nature. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're allowing PR to pull them apart, because PR are just a more experienced team.
Yeah. I agree. It just seems like they're slightly out of their comfort zone, not knowing how to react to what Power Rangers is doing, and therefore falling into the trap that Power Rangers is setting for them, basically.
Yeah, it feels like they're panicking a lot, and the big thing that they can do is they have a strategy that could have worked at any stage of this game, could still possibly work. It's difficult, but it still could possibly work. And if they can get that... Ooh, Scandal. Does Edco seems to know he's here.
You can see the footsteps, so yeah.
But doesn't get the kick. Doesn't go for it. No.
Instead,
they need to start getting people back. Phalix is not. He could be caught out here.
Tornado EMP, Shurket though already in the lasso. Looks for a lasso. Finds it. Edco is gonna be the target. Moon, is he gonna be able to put out enough damage? It looks like he can, especially with J4 coming around with the Ether Shock, and also, whoa, he goes down though. Death Prophet with the kill. Exorcism, still off cooldown, can use it if she wants to, but she just got a double kill, killing off the Bat Rider without the Exorcism, saving it for a later day. As the gem gets dropped, look like Moon is gonna try to take it down, but FMP got it instead. Lincoln's pot, Moon still taking an arrow, and he might actually drop Silent Stop, will get taken down, triple kill for Failed. Can they take down this big ass bird as well? FNG trying to fly away, gets impaled, gets Vendetta, gets Starstruck, and killed off. Visage is the 4th kill on the side of Power Rangers. The 4th death, I should say. That is 4 for one, they might have lost the Invoker,
and
but that was the best fight they could hope for.
This is the huge opportunity they had. This is the best opportunity they're going to have for a while. Death Prophet's gone off to the bottom lane. Oh no, that's actually the Kircho, the Venomancer's gone off to the bottom lane, but they need him. He's got Poison Nova, it's level 2 at this stage. He's got the mech as well. Oh, everybody's dead though on the side of PR. They just need to group up and take this. I mean, it's easier for us to see from a casting position, obviously, because I mean we can look at the net worths and everything, but yeah, exactly. You have that overhead view, and you can see a lot more of what's happening. We can even see the map and the enemy wards, things like that. But yeah, I just feel almost sorry for Total Aggression right now because they're just not realizing their strength.
Fisher Cat teleporting in on the Visage Burst Candle around there as well, and Edgo is the target once again. Edgo is not having a fun game. He's died 10 times this game. It is not a fun game to be an Invoker.
No, it is not a fun game to be an Invoker, and like you said, it doesn't feel like Edgo is quite comfortable in this hero. The heroes he's done best at are heroes like Axe. I mean, the hero he's done best at has been Axe, you know? It's been those crazy, manly, aggressive heroes, and yeah, they just need to group up, though. I mean, I keep on saying it, but it's like horrifying to see them win a huge team fight like that versus PR. Take out 4 of their heroes, they lose just the Invoker for it, and then they don't group up. Even though, I mean, yeah, they were losing, the birds were doing some damage on the bottom lane, but every time they back off, the game is going to last 5 minutes longer. And every 5 minutes they add on to the time is more time that PR are getting stronger and stronger in. And that's even not with PR being that far ahead on items on some of their heroes. I mean, the only one who's significantly far ahead of where he should be on his hero is possibly the Batrider and the Visage as well. The Visage is very, very strong at this point. He's even going for an Assault Cuirass, but Storm Spirit, he's just got a Hex at this point. It's 30 minutes in, Hex BKB. That's not huge. And Moon, he's only got a Lincoln Sphere, so he's not a huge damage dealer. Yeah,
on the other side, though, there's also not that much damage coming out for Total Aggression. I mean, their Mirana is having less farm than the Shadow Shaman. I mean, she's sitting on having a Maelstrom ready, and a Yasha as well. So it's not that bad. She's putting out some damage, but considering she's supposed to be the hard carry, it's not really living up to the expectation. Fails is doing okay, though, now with, of course, the Shiva's Guard. Maybe starting to build into a BKB, having his Rod of Athos as his first item. Actually, do they really want to try and go for this? Shadow Shaman is around.
They're gonna keep on trying to go for it. He's ran out of his rune though, so he is gonna go down for this. But on the top lane here, this could be very bad. Yeah,
they want to try and take down Moon, but from behind in comes J40 with the Hex up an Echo and a Shackle upon Mirana. In comes Moon, down goes Mirana. Edgo is going to be the next hero. Impale is being attempted, but he got shackled and killed. Nyx dies, and Edgo will be short to follow. 3 dead here on the top lane, 1 dead on the bottom lane, and it's only the Venomancer that gets out alive, and he's forced to teleport to try and prepare his wall of wards, I would assume.
I feel like a broken record, but the problem is exactly the same again. Total Aggression, they're split up.
Yeah, why was Failed on the bottom lane? That's the question.
Why was Failed on his own on the bottom lane? Why do they have 2 people on their own on the top lane and then another mid? And then, yeah, they're just too broken up at this stage of the game. And I mean, the gold advantage, it's too big. And now PR, they can finally go for the high ground here. It's taken them a long time to do because they don't have the heroes for it. But yeah, Venomancer just
he was the only one alive. You know, sometimes
there's not much he could do. He's going to buy back, but
yeah, well,
what can they do? They just don't have anything left now.
No, Visage now with an AC as well because, you know, it's not tanky enough. At least Venom. I mean, actually, Power Rangers playing this very careful. In the bottom lane, they did manage to take down the Rax. As Scandal actually takes a point-blank arrow. The stars will still hidden though, and Buka might be tanky enough to actually take this. Jump forward from Scandal. He's going to make it out alive, and there is no extra leap on that Mirana, so that is a Storm Spirit that will live. I'm surprised they didn't get more. I mean, yeah, they definitely won that fight, but Power Rangers, they essentially only got 1 Rax and 2 towers. I mean, I thought they could take an entire lane of Rax. But
that's the nature of their heroes, though, isn't it? I mean, they've just finished up the Desolator on the Ember Spirit. They don't have that much in the way of physical damage. If you look over their lineup, most of it's being done by Visage Birds. Yeah. I mean, Ember will start doing it eventually, but he's still fairly underfarmed considering he's below the Death Prophet, and that's with Total Aggression losing this game pretty hard at this stage.
Venomancer! Careful there, buddy! If only you had a teleport.
You're a bit screwed, Veno. He's used buyback as well. This might be the end for them. I think PR, they're gonna try and group up.